How Aizen was able to use his power on Yhwach. In the meeting of antagonists in Bleach, how was Aizen able to trap Yhwach under his complete hypnosis during their brief meeting? In recent episodes of Bleach, Thousand-Year Blood War, Genryusai Shigekuni Yamamoto dueled with the Sternritter posing as Yhwach named Royd Lloyd. However, during this battle, the real Yhwach descended into the depths below the Squad One Barracks to seek an audience with the imprisoned Sosuke Aizen. Their conversation was brief, with Aizen swiftly dismissing Yhwach's offer of having the former 5th Division captain serving under him. With a few barbs thrown between the antagonists, Yhwach left Aizen to remain shackled in his prison. Interestingly, as Yhwach battled with Ichigo Kurosaki, his timer that allowed the Quincy to work outside the Schatten Bereich reached its limit. Yhwach was perplexed by this development, only to quickly realize that Aizen had altered his perception of time. How was this feat possible? Aizen was not only bound almost entirely, but he was also unable to perform his Shikai, which is a prerequisite to ensnaring someone under his complete hypnosis. This development leads to two possible conclusions. When did Aizen perform his Shikai? The fact that Yhwach did not mention that Aizen performed the water dance, the method of putting someone under complete hypnosis, means Aizen did not perform the prerequisite action. At the same time, Yhwach is also under the spell of Aizen's ability, as explained by Yhwach's own words, of losing track of time. This would imply that through Aizen's evolution and loss of his Zanpakuto, he has no need to perform the Shikai's initial action to ensnare his enemies. Instead, he could quite possibly always be in a Shikai state. This implies that Aizen's prerequisite for complete hypnosis that his enemy needs to witness can be performed without them even being aware of what they are seeing, forcing them under the illusion with merely a glance. However, it could also mean that simply being in Aizen's presence is enough to be trapped by his power and become a victim of his illusions. In either situation, it not only shows just how swiftly fatal Aizen's Shikai can be, but also the risk Ichigo is, as he was the only capable warrior on the side of Soul Society who was immune to the illusions during the Rancor War, a feat that could easily be removed by the recent anime developments. How the Hogyoko transformed Aizen. It may be believed that Aizen and Yhwach had a previous meeting and Aizen was able to perform his Shikai at this time. However, this idea is impossible since Aizen outright states in episode 6, The Fire, that he never believed he would see Yhwach with his own eyes. Because of this revelation, it can only mean that whatever Aizen did to the Quincy King was within their short meeting and while he was bound. This is likely connected to Aizen's evolution through the subjugation of the Hogyoku, fusing with his spirit. At the end of his war with the Soul Society, his Zanpakuto disappeared from his hand, though most likely not from existence. While Aizen's final form was also the Hogyoku refusing to see him as its master any longer, the pair had essentially become one. Due to this, the very essence of his Zanpakuto and its abilities are part of him and the Hogyoku, without the need for the physical presence of the sword itself. This being the case, the action of releasing his Zanpakuto to enthrall new victims into his complete hypnosis would no longer be an obvious event, though likely still a needed act to alter someone's sense and perspective.